Hey again, everybody. I am Mike at Filmboy24. I enjoyed it so much last time that we're going to do it again. This is an old roll of found film exposed a long time ago. We're going to process it and see how it turns out. This, yes, this is a very old roll of Kodak G160 Ektachrome Super 8 film. Now, somebody shot this film many years ago. I don't know how many years ago. I don't know who shot it, but I got it in a bulk lot of film that I purchased back in August of 2019. Yes, it's been sitting in my freezer since August of 2019. I don't have any idea when this was shot. I'm going to guess at sometime in the mid-70s to the mid-80s. I might be off by a couple of years, but I'm not usually off. So, with that, it's been sitting for the better part of 40 years. Have no idea what's on it. I do know that it hails from Shenandoah, Iowa. That's where it was purchased from. Beyond that, no clue. Now, you're seeing it as I'm seeing it. Just like in the first episode of my Processing Found Film, I did all of the steps in order, and I actually didn't know if the film was going to come out or not. Now, I'm going to release this video regardless, so you're watching it, obviously, and you still don't. And as of right now, I don't know if we're going to get any images off of this. I've had better luck with this old Ektachrome than I've ever had with any old Kodachrome in trying to get images. So my fingers are crossed, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to load it into this 50-foot Lomo tank. I'm going to put it on this spiral, woo, so that it's separated. I'm going to place it inside the tank. I am going to put the lid on, pour the chemicals in. I'm using HC110B. As many of you know, that is my go-to black and white developer. And yes, I will be processing this as a black and white negative because I am lazy and don't want to do it as a reversal, nor do I want to mess up my chemicals and remjet them in an E6 or a C41 or an ECN2 bath as an experiment. But I know you can get decent results out of this old film in some of those color negative or color positive processes. For me, it's going to be black and white negative. Stay tuned. Let's go load the tank. I'll be right back. And we are back. That didn't take too long, did it? Well, it did for me. It didn't for you. This film was a little bit pesky removing. Sometimes I can get away with snapping the back here, breaking a little pin or bending it, and then loading directly into the Lomo from the cartridge. Didn't work so well this time. It was clicking a lot and it would stop, and it basically screws up the sort of the spiral. So I wound it onto my 50-foot reel, then back wound it back onto another reel, then into the spiral. At any rate, it's loaded up, taped. You always want to tape your Lomos with a tape like my bright white that you can actually see, so you don't accidentally open your tank. That have done before. I know I probably should do a test strip for this roll, but I'm not going to. I've had a lot of luck, knock on wood, or at least pressed wood, using just at 68 degrees Fahrenheit at about 7 minutes processing, and then, you know, you stop bath and fix for 5 or 6 minutes. So I've had good luck with that overall, decent results. So I'm going to stick with that and forego the test strip. I know I usually say no, do not forego, but I will this time. Let's go process this film, dry the film, and I'll be back, and we'll see what happens. So I might put a little montage on here to show you what what's happening, but let's go. Well, that's it. Loaded the tank, processed the film. I didn't see any real issues. It overlapped a little bit on the outer edge, which happens to me occasionally. I'll lose just a couple of feet of film that way. No big deal. There are images. I didn't have any of the sometimes typical emulsion melting off or scraping off of the back, which happens a lot of times with this film. So it's drying now, and I am going to go wash my tank, eat some lunch. I'll be back in a couple of hours, but for you, it'll be as fast as this. Whoa, and we're back. Oh yeah, processed and spooled. Well, that wasn't so long, was it, for you? Yeah, it's a couple hours for me. So how'd it turn out? Probably better than almost any roll of this old 160 that I've ever processed. I'm very happy with the results. It's exactly the type of content that I expect to get 99% of the time. You'll see in just a second. Outside of the, the couple feet at the beginning of the film that sort of touched itself inside the tank and was ruined, everything else to me for this film, it's a shame that the original folks that shoot these rolls don't ever get to experience them. I mean, it's a little disheartening, especially when you process and watch these people's memories. I mean, this is their families, this is their children, their pets, their landscapes, their geographies. This is their life, and they've never gotten to see it. And as far as tracking people down, it's very time-consuming. It's an arduous task that takes forever. I started doing it. If you go back to my video series, Searching for 86, I did just that, where I processed 16 or 17 rolls of this stuff. And I won't give it away, whether or not I was able to track down the original owners or not. But go back to Searching for 86 if you want to see that. In other words, it's too much work for me to try to track down the original owners of this film or even their family members. So at least we will put it out there. Let people enjoy the nostalgia. I'm going to put this at late 70s, early 80s. So again, about 40 years old, probably maybe mid 80s. Without any further, Mike likes to do this. Let's check it out. 2K on my Movie Stuff RetroScan Universal Mark I, my absolute favorite piece of film equipment that I own. I have no association with Movie Stuff. I just happen to really like their scanners. I know I say it every single video, but if you enjoy content like this, I beg of you one simple favor. I'm not even going to throw a goofy sound effect in there. Do me a favor and lightly tap the like button. It means the world to me. It helps my channel. And it really helps if you decide to subscribe and you want to see this film nerd do some more kooky, fun, experimenting 16mm, Super 8, and 8mm, coming soon, film. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think of this type of work. Is this kind of series you want to see continue? I think I do. I really enjoy doing it. It means a lot to me to preserve some of these old memories, even if the original owner never gets to see them. And until the very next time that I see your lovely faces, you know what time it is. Me and my film will see you on the next go-around.